Welcome back to YouPort. As you can see from the current screen, I have relocated my executive staff rooms. Previously, this little section here was all the way over here, and there was just this big massive open space of nothing in between the administrators and the executives. Well, now there's still a fairly large open space of nothing, but it's nowhere near as ridiculous as it was. And that's kind of the theme for today. Today we are making the airport more pretty. Now, I will point out, as far as passenger satisfaction is concerned, we're already on 100%, but the terminal quality is only 77%. I think it's worth seeing if we can get that 77% up to something closer to 100, even though it's not affecting our total right at the moment. And to start with, we're just going to chuck in some large windows in this corridor. Oops, that wasn't quite where I wanted it. There we go. And on this side as well. How about there? Similarly, there should be windows looking out of the east wall of the administrator's room, and probably the north wall too, even though that's just looking at the top of the terminal building itself. Let's go with the large ones again. Ooh, thank you. And approximately the middle, like so. And let's get the game running so those actually get constructed. Now if we look at this wing, well, I'll point out something ugly first. This little section right here, I can't do anything about because of the way the terminal structure works. The only option I would have to get rid of that is to move all of these things across one small square to the right, or the reverse, move all of this 3 small squares to the left. I'm not going to do that. I am, however, going to check what time of day it is. Okay, it's the middle of the night, that's why all these are closed, that is fine. Okay, we have windows there, that's just a conveyor belt, so it doesn't need windows. Got plenty of windows along the bottom there, but then none in this section for some weird reason. Give our passengers a nice lovely view of the car park. And I think this wing's already pretty good for windows. Yeah, it's just not one at the top, but that's fine. And then if we go down a floor, this is mostly staffing and cars and whatnot, so that's fine. Wouldn't really expect a whole lot of the way of windows there. But this, on the other hand, this is where all our small flights are, and there's not a single window in sight. Let's fix that. I think... oh no, the large one can fit. Excellent. And we'll get off our zoning, that's just confusing. Because I don't know about you, but I've never been to an airport where there weren't windows that let you see the plane. Sometimes those windows don't line up terribly well with the seating or anything else inside the terminal, but there will be windows. And given that we've got this parade of giant aircraft along the other side, I think passengers would like to be able to see that too. Maybe... yeah, there. Can I fit 3? I can, but the marking's getting in my way. There we go. Like so. Fantastic. conscious of the vending machines. I don't want to put glass behind them, even though that's probably something that would happen. Just feels wrong to me. Same deal down here, I suspect. Alright, that fits. Lovely. Cool. And while you're queuing up, I certainly would prefer to be able to stare out the window instead of just waiting for the 400 people in front of me to leave. Although this is the small section, so it's not like it would be a long queue anyway. Alright, that's all carpeted and everything. Lovely, lovely, lovely. Downstairs, there's less we can do. Once again, giant spaces without a whole lot of purpose, but hey, this is something you can only really sort out as you get this far in the game, or if you are really meticulous in redesigning your airport as you're building it. I'm obviously not that meticulous. Right, down here, windows don't feel quite so appropriate. We've got windows showing the buses, but not much else. I don't think there'd be windows underground too much other than just that section. Maybe here? Let's just chuck one in there and see if we can get it to line up nicely. How's the screen doing what it's doing? There we go, thank you. So at least that way the people sitting on these seats can go, oh, there's a bus coming, and then run to their gate. That appears to be closed for some reason. You're supposed to have a contract, thank you. And the fact that I have that many contracts available makes me very suspicious. I will have to keep an eye out for franchises with no contract. And this keeps happening, by the way. This is something I kind of expect, because I haven't done a very good job of tailoring the franchises to the number of passengers available in that area. Is it this one? Okay, back to our windows and things. Alright, down here, as I said, I don't think there'd be that many windows, particularly on that side. I mean, that's just looking into dirt. That's really about all I think we can do as far as glassware down there. We will come back and look at plants shortly. But first, we're going to wait for the autosave. Tick, tick, tick. I swear the autosave is getting slower. And then get our windows and fill in this area, because this area would also very definitely have windows. You might have a little gap of wall before the door. Let me just think about the spacing. If I put that there and I put that there, yes, I think that will fit just. Yep. That staff room is still a mystery. I don't know what I'm going to do with it, if anything. Please line up, thank you. Cool. Similarly on this side, while you're queuing up and doing your bags and things, you'd want to be able to know that there's planes around. Maybe not inside the store, but definitely here. There might be an odd chance there, yep, to fit in a medium window, which is something I rarely do. It's usually small or large. And then in the baggage claim, yeah, I reckon there'd be windows there too. You're going to be sitting around for a while waiting for the bags to actually turn up, particularly if it's a certain airport I could name. And Yep, that should be fine. Yeah, this one. No, you have a contract, you're just closed for some reason. Staff on road. Okay. Well, hurry up then. Yes. This wing. This wing currently has nothing in the way of windows, so definitely needs fixing. Yeah, I don't need the zoning when I'm doing windows, thank you, game. Looking straight out into the baggage bay, doesn't seem likely. However, looking out into where the planes are coming, yes, definitely. And again, this is exactly what I'm talking about, where the spacing is not going to line up well with where the plane is. These people are boarding that plane, these people are boarding that plane. Yeah, it's pretty realistic actually to have these not line up properly. And that can go there. It's funny how what looks completely expected and normal in real life doesn't look right in a game. In a game you sort of expect more, I guess more symmetry is one of the reasons, but more purpose-built, perhaps. Like you'd expect the windows to line up perfectly with each thing and the seats to line up perfectly, but in reality, I've found it's nothing like that. Now, would you have windows on the reverse side looking at the planes that aren't on this floor? Yeah, maybe. Would you have this massive open space? No, but once again, these things can only sort of be figured out too late in the game. In fact, I made notes for if I ever run another series like this. It's like, if you're building back to back like this, where you've got two floors, left and right, small and medium, 14 tiles wide is far too wide. Alright, let's chuck some smaller windows in the gaps. Because there are a few spots where there's contracted doors in my way. Like here. Right. I think, aside from the north and south end of this, we're done with that floor. Now for this last bit. Again, I don't think there'd be a window looking at catering. We definitely want a window up here if we can fit one, which we can. Ah, you might want one up here actually, because then you can see all the small planes. That's cool. See all the general aviation craft that regular passengers like myself don't normally get to see. Also, I noticed there's a total lack of seating right there. I'll fix that in a minute. Again, I don't think there'd be a window from the shop. Although in fairness, I think most of the airport shops that I've seen have been internal, not on the same side as the aircraft themselves, but hey, it is what it is. And we'll just fill in this as well. We'll also need to fix the walls along here, or just fill the gaps with windows, one or the other. Not being too conscious about symmetry or exact spacing, just trying to get the airport looking more pretty than it was. Again, would you see? Yeah, you might want a window along here actually. Nice one to look out and watch these planes taking off and landing, that would be kind of cool. Right, now, let's double check the seating. You've got seating, you've got seating, you've got seating. Yep, yep, no. Yep. Not quite sure how I missed that one out of everything, but hey. If I were to copy... let's take that much, I guess. No. Like so. That's probably enough. It leaves a very small gap for people to walk past. I might remove all of that and bump it over to be a tighter gap for that stand. And what floor were we using? It looks like just plain brown carpet. This one? Yeah. And I'm assuming, yes, okay. So that whole bit needs to be covered. Don't know if that's enough seating or too much, we'll just let it be what it is. Alrighty. Now comes the more fun bit. Now we can start thinking about plants. Can't do that style of tree, can't do water. Can do all those funky markings, which I probably should have, but let's not come back to that just yet. Decorations, what are these ones? Holiday festo, no, that's not what I'm looking for. Statues, that's what I'm looking for. Oh. Can we put these inside? We can. Alright. Let's chuck it inside there. Pilot. Let's say there's a famous pilot and his name is placed on this wing, so instead of being gate A3 or whatever, it's Captain such and such's gate 1. And the airplane. I've noticed playing this game, like, I'm Australian. The word here is aeroplane, not airplane. And yet sometimes when I'm playing this game I have caught myself saying airplane. Not quite sure how and why that has crept into my vocabulary, but apparently it has. I'm guessing that's a Gordian knot. Let's see. I can fill in this space a little bit. And then the car, well, that feels like something you would have near the car park. Possibly as an indicator saying, this is where the car park is. And I can't place it there. I can place on the sidewalk. According to the tooltip, I can place this on the sidewalk. That is the sidewalk right there. Why can I not put it there? Alright. What about up here? Nope. Inside? Yes. Outside? No, despite what it's telling me. Am I on the right floor? No, I was not. That would explain it. Okay. Yep, cool. Alright. Holiday decorations. Let's throw them into here if they fit at all. Oh, Okay, that's interesting. Let's treat this as a storage area as well. Oh, they don't drag out like a wall, that's annoying. Just a whole pile of things that would only get put out once a year. Take up an awful amount of space the rest of the year. And generally get dusty. Flowers will come back to, that's an outdoor thing. Hedges, we've got quite a few hedges around in the older parts of the airport. Or at least I think we do. Got some there. Got a couple inside that. Okay, it's not as many as I thought. Got some down there. Alright. Maybe if we start from the bottom, why have we got to... Let's clean that up. These are not secure, thank you very much. Means those bathrooms have never actually been used. Hedge. What can we do with a hedge? I don't think there's much use for them in here. Let's just treat them as a thicker bit of wall, perhaps. Make this area a little bit more pleasant than it was. Also, let's go into planning mode for a second and get rid of that planned conveyor belt which never got used. That's the staff room entrance there, I'll leave that bit. Again, this could be trimmed back to actually be the size it needs to be functional, but I'm not going to bother. Okie dokie, more hedges. We've done the downstairs bit, we've done... let's do this entryway. We've got hedges around that cafe. Little bits there for the bathrooms. Maybe, can we do them outside? We can. It has to be on a sidewalk. Okay. I don't think hedges normally grow on sidewalks. Normally they're next to, but sure. Yeah. About here. As said, thank you. Oh, come on, game. Work with me. Leave that bit. Try to mirror it over here. Come to think of it. Nah, too late now. I was just looking at the way the footpath doesn't join up. Like you can't cross from here to get over to there. You'd have to walk all the way around. But I'm going to leave it as is. Oh, cool. That's an interesting discovery. You can have streetlights growing straight up through hedges. Apparently. Either that or all those streetlights are about to disappear. Let's find out. Second thoughts, let's not find out. I've set my contractors to doing a lot of things. Let's just do the rest of this without accidentally drawing on the lights. Incidentally, maybe I should zoom in so you can see what I'm talking about. There's a street light right here. Alright, I think that's enough hedges for our car park. Let's just put some in there first. Like so. Alright. That's plenty of that. Now, interior here doesn't need hedges. You've got some. You've got, yeah, a couple of bits. Up here, there's not really a lot of room anyway, but let's see if we can squeeze some in. Maybe along that back wall. And next to the bathroom. Oop. Come on, game. Thank you. Just to make the place a little bit nicer. Cool. And then finally, yeah, anyway, I've totally forgotten about these two little stands over here. Finally, let's start thinking about our non-hedge plants. And I think these are pretty much just going to get dotted around here, there, and everywhere without too much thought. Got plenty in that section already, nothing in here. I can imagine just having, oops, trees or shrubs or something spaced out all through that section. Maybe a little couple there to try and hide the fact that there's a stair down to the general aviation bit. Once again, I don't need zoning on to place plans. Why does it do that? That's queuing space, so you wouldn't want things in the way. Might get one there. Queuing space. Queuing space. Yeah, there's really not much room up in this section of the airport. And that was the Psyched Park, yes, okay. If we go down to our small section on the other hand, tons of room, hardly any seating because there's hardly any passengers. We could definitely think about putting more plants in here. Do seem to have used the corners already. Let's move that first. Oh, come on, game. Thank you. Move. Like so, and then put in our Psyched plow. There. Somewhere approximately in the middle of each, well, not in the middle of each stand, but between each stand. I think there's another, okay, we can't fit them there. And same theme, but in the large airport. And let's start with this section. Once again, let's just sort of dot them around. You know, haphazard way, because I'm just trying to make this huge open space less of a huge open space. What I might do, if we go back to our hedge, I'm not going to make this a solid wall of hedge, but I will make... Why are they coming out from there? Weird. I will make a sort of wall, like so. So you can cross from one side to the other if you need to for some reason, like your plane got cancelled, but it sort of separates incoming and outgoing. Yep, that should be fine. Back to our cycad palms. Again, don't need zoning, thank you. And let's put them in here. Try to fill up this space a little bit. That one totally didn't go where I wanted it. Thank you. Anywhere that's part of the gate but isn't queuing space or seating, just throw some plants in, make the place a bit nicer to sit around in. Also kind of act as differentiation between where the gate section is and where the general walkways are. Alright. I've gone blank on which side of... Yes, okay. I can't remember who it was I watched, but someone was building walls around their stairwells and their elevators, and after seeing it, it just looks right. Although in this case I didn't line it up terribly well. Cool. And on to our smaller plants. Similar story to before, they're just sort of filling in gaps. Making things a little bit nicer. The game is really chugging at the moment. Okay, see this? That is not the idea. We're supposed to come out of there. I'm just going to use these ferns as a sort of wall. You're supposed to come out of there and come into the center sort of corridor, not walk all the way through the other stands. Windows. If we go back to our windows for a moment, I'm pretty sure an airport lounge isn't going to be fully enclosed, no sunlight. That would just be weird. Alright, you've got some. That's queuing space. Alright, upstairs or downstairs, whichever way it is. Same sort of deal. Looks like I haven't done the big palms in here yet. Incidentally, now that we've placed many of these things, and I'm sure some of them have been constructed already, how's our score going? Passenger rating, 72%. It's gone down. Okay, not quite sure why the airport standard. What's the term? Terminal quality has gone down. Despite the fact we've gone and put lots of plants and hedges and windows and things in. I have no explanation for that. It is what it is. I'm not going to think about it anymore. There's only so much you can do in a game like this without digging into the code or something to work out what's really going on. I mean, it says try using more expensive something or other, doesn't it? Improve by constructing high quality objects, decorations, and hiring service techs. Okay, service technicians might be a factor. Let's zoom out for a sec and check this and say, how many service technicians do we have? 34. Okay. And generally speaking, how busy are our staff right now? One job claimed? Yeah, no. I'm not going to accept that as a valid cause for the rating going down. This needs a new contract again. Yeah, back to firms. And I believe I was working on... Nope, I was working on this floor. Oops, no. It wasn't where I wanted it, but it doesn't matter. Autosave. Thank you. Oops. In fact, let's get rid of that one and do the same thing we were talking about a little while ago. Because without a wall around the escalators, it just looks wrong now. So credit to whoever that other YouTuber is, though, whose name I simply cannot remember. I would credit you properly if I could remember your name, sir. Right. It looks rather silly to me, and maybe that's got something to do with why the rating went down, but hey, look, it's on 78% now. 77. It started on 77 when we started this whole exercise. You're fine. What's this one? Delays. Yep. I don't know. I think those things are just going to vary, and we probably don't have a lot of control anyway. What's this one? Price of consumables. Yeah, okay. So the average rating is 97%. Let's do something I normally completely ignore. Let's look at the emails. We are currently on day 7. I'm not sure how far back this will take me. for day 1, I think it is. Airport of the Year. Not me. In fact, I'm not even in the top 10. Okay. My airport rating is 97%. The highest rating there is 93%. Alright then. I know you do have to maintain that rating for a while, but I don't think I've dropped below 93%, or certainly not below 77% for several game years. Not going to spend too much time worrying about that right now. What I am going to do is say that's enough for an episode. I'll see you in the next one. Until then, bye bye.